Wiggity, wiggity, wiggity. What's up, gamers and game fans alike? Mayhem here, coming at you from Scum, my favorite survival game, but that's no surprise. If you've seen the stream, you know how I feel. This game is amazing. And I just crafted up a couple of spliffs to keep me going in case I have a nice long journey out in the world, which has been happening lately. Let's chuck them in the old wagon here. The old four wheel. I think looking at how the products decay faster than the actual spliffs, because this spliff is as old as the tobacco and marijuana in this spliff. But the one that I rolled when everything was 100% has not decayed. So in the future, I think I'm going to roll these things straight away. Alright. We're going to do a little bit of organization, and then we're going to hit the road because I've got a bit of a treat today. I've made a new friend on the server, a gentleman by the name of Echo, and server reset. I forgot about that. The time changed, but the server didn't. I thought the reset already happened. Well, now we get to chat. Our new friend Echo on the server, and he's got a ton of time in game, but he hasn't been to the torpedo factory in a while. So I was talking to him yesterday and said, "Hey, let's run it. Let's run it." So we're gonna meet up and do that. That should be a good time. I always like doing something with somebody that they haven't done before, or I like teaching someone something. It feels good. Feels good helping friends. And since we don't really need any guns or money, we're just gonna donate whatever we find there to him. And he said he's got screwdrivers and bobby pins, so we'll see how much I might not do all the lock picking this time. Also, in other news, there's a different server now in the mix. So this is still the same server, my same character. Everything you've seen streaming, I'm going to keep streaming. But the alternate server, I might start streaming that also. We'll see how it goes. I'm not going to make any promises. If I do, it'll be a separate series. I'll title it a little bit differently. I'll make sure it doesn't get mixed up here. Let's see if we can get back in. But also, I'm not too thrilled on that other server. I like the fact that I'm geared up here. I like the fact that I've put in all this time. I've got a pretty well-balanced character with high strength and, good stats, all that. I don't really feel like starting all over, but a couple of the squad mates were like, "Hey, we're kind of getting bored. We want to start fresh." And I understand that, so I'm playing along, but I'm not playing with at the moment. Like, I'm not I'm not investing 100% into that new server. Let's see what we have in bags here. We can fit this stuff, right? Boom. Look at all the grindstones I found. I'm trying to work on recording a video for YouTube, a Scum video. It's a little difficult for me wrapping my head around the format. It can be challenging coming up with discrete ideas for individual episodic content, but I think I've got something I want to try. I tried doing the dynamite TNT at the coal mines yesterday, and I don't think it made for good content. Part of what went wrong was my OBS crashed, so the recording, I lost like 10 minutes of the most important part of the content, which is kind of annoying. I guess not the most important, but the most interesting. There's a difference there. It wasn't moving the story along, but it was, what would you say, intense. I got stuck on a ladder. I was climbing the ladder down the main shaft in the center of the mines. If you go all the way to the top of the mountain, there's an access point. You can open a hatch, climb down. And so I climbed it down, jumped and fell because I didn't know where the bottom was, and then didn't die. I landed with like 5% health after seeing a white light and having some sort of weird glitch in the game. I don't know what happened. I just laid down for like 5 or 10 minutes, let myself heal up, and then when I came back, or when I started running the actual mines, at one point I went up the ladder because I wasn't sure where I was. I wanted to know if it was the same ladder or if I found another access point, and hordes got called in while I was climbing the ladder. So I got stuck on the ladder, long story short, because I like to make a long story long, but I'm not going to do that here. I climbed as close to the bottom of the ladder as I could without getting hit by zombies, and then just logged out for like 15 minutes to let the puppets despawn. And when I logged back in, it worked a treat. I landed on the ground safely because I was so close to the bottom. All the puppets had despawned, but it was kind of a bug, I think, that the hordes got called in like that. I don't... It's difficult to say bug because it seems intentional, and I would understand why. I should probably look where I'm going. Um, you know, climbing a ladder, calling the hordes, that kind of makes sense, but the problem is the fact that I was trapped on the ladder. I couldn't go up because there were puppets all the way at the top, hoarding around the escape hatch, and 3 separate levels of puppets that I would have to climb through and get whacked by. And so the only option I had to not die was to log off on the ladder. And that doesn't make for fun gameplay at all. Now, if there was a boredom mechanic where I could hang out on the ladder for, I don't know, 90 seconds, and since the puppets couldn't reach me, they would disengage and walk away, that would have been more fun. But that's not what happened. Alright, I think there's a chance our guy Echo is right down here. We will see. And I think I need to turn the game sounds up, because it's very, very quiet in my headphones. Alright, this might blow out the stream here. We're going to play with audio levels. It's been a while since I streamed. It's been a while. No, I think that's okay. Gary H., good morning, my friend. How are you? Long time no see. I hope you're well. Let me know if the audio's a little jacked up. I made some changes. Okay, in we go. Let's see if our friend is here. Oh, there's a barrier. Oh. He said he was coming to the A1 Trader, but I don't see him here. Although the general goods, I think that door is always open, right? Sounds good. Glad to hear it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I know how to drive. Don't worry about me. So I bumped into a new friend on the server, a gentleman by the name of Echo, and helped him get a little car going. He's got tons of time in the game, but he took a long break. He's coming back now. And so I helped him get a car going. We did a little bit of looting yesterday. And it turns out he doesn't really know the torpedo factory too well. He's talking about wanting better guns. So I'm trying to meet up with him today so that we can get those guns for him. We'll do a torpedo factory looting run and see if we can't get him a little better gear, because he's struggling. We went to save him yesterday. He put out a call in Discord like, hey man, I'm pinned down, there's some guy shooting at me, can you come help? And we were quite a ways away, Thor and I. But we went and tried to help him, and due to a miscommunication, I ended up shooting him. He went into the building I was trying to clear, and it was just, I didn't give clear enough instructions. I take full responsibility for that, but we got all his stuff together, went up and picked him up where he random spawned, because he also had no cash. And the only thing he was carrying was a .22 pistol. Poor guy. So yeah, we're gonna get him geared up a little better here today, for sure. I guess I probably need some fuel too, but I don't know where he is. He said he was at the A1 Trader, if I read his message correctly. Oh, there he is. I found him. That's cool. He said he was headed this way. I see. We'll see if we can get him in voice chat. I don't know if he does that or not. Whoa! Acrobatics. Haha! That was pretty cool. You ever seen a car do a front-side varial before? Well, now you have. The way that man drives, he's gonna need 2 cars. Oh, that's cool. I don't know what he's here to sell, but I guess I could sell some things too. I got a little bit of loot in the truck I could offload. Just a little bit, not a lot. Some headlights and bumpers and stuff. Alright. First things first, I should probably fuel up, and I'm actually burning through my fuel stores here. That's the wrong thing. That's not fuel. I know how to play this game, I promise. I like carrying all these extra jerry cans, because then when I need fuel like this, and I'm meeting up with Echo, I don't want to make him wait for me unnecessarily. So I could just top off what I have in the truck, and next time I go to a gas station, I'll take the time and fill up all my fuel canisters. I actually drained an entire gas station down to 0 a couple days ago because I topped everything at the base up and I burned through most of my supplies. And then filling up all these jerry cans and the truck itself, the gas station ran out of fuel. I couldn't top everything off in one go. It wasn't doable. Alright, let's see. What else does this guy buy? He doesn't buy the slouch hat, the kitchen knife, and the cutters here. We're going to sell some general goods at the moment. This he will buy. Kitchen knives, of course. Baseball cap. I don't think all of this is worth much, but some of it's worth something. Alright.
Welcome, welcome. Feel free to browse around.
Let's see what we can sell here. Should make a couple of bucks off of this stuff. Even the kitchen knives add up, you know. They're not the best loot in the game, but it all counts for something. Look at that. 3 grand. Oh, and the chainsaw. 3,600 bucks. That's not nothing. Pays for some gas. Hey, well, I appreciate the lurk, my friend. Glad you're here. I hope work goes well. Let's see here. I'm not going to bother selling this kind of stuff right now. We'll just sell general goods. I think the baseball bat sells at general. Could be wrong. This could sell at the general, right? Alright, looks like we're going to get a Discord call going so we can all meet Echo.
Welcome, welcome. Here's what I've got.
Myself included, because I've only really talked to him a little bit yesterday on, local chat in the game. Look at this man. He's almost got our uniform on. I am feeling pretty hot. Yeah, well, I'm also wearing socks, so there is that. Take those off for now, I suppose. I was wandering around up in the cold regions yesterday and the day before, and just couldn't stay warm during the nighttime, so I was putting on everything. Jacket, socks. I was up there with Thor's new truck, and the, oh. Can he get through that way? I can. Up there with Thor's new truck, and because it was new, it had no kit in it, and because it was Thor's, it had none of my gear in it. So I was in short sleeves, just this was the outfit I was wearing, and every bit of clothing I found along the way I just started putting on, like one after the next. Alright. Hey, you listen to Gary H, friends. He knows what he's talking about. I appreciate the shout, my friend. Yes, indeed. Drop a like for sure. Keep the content rolling. I took a little bit of a break, but I'm coming back strong, I promise. Alright, let's see, what else can we do? You know what we should do is, we've got all this cash up here. Let's buy a little bit more gold. This is investing in the future of the server. If the server starts getting popular,
Greetings, valued customer.
the value of cash might go up eventually, or the value of gold might go up, and I could get extra cash out of it. So let's see here. Buy gold. Yeah, it's been fairly stable around there. It's not a big change at all. We'll buy, I don't know, 5 of them. That seems awfully cheap. Let's buy 10 more. It's not like I need this cash for anything. There's nothing in the game that costs this much.
Pleasure is all.
Although I did spend about 100K yesterday on various gear and equipment. I set up a backup kit somewhere in the server. I'll show you all at some point, not right now, because it's nowhere near where we're going right now. But it's pretty well hidden. It's a whole backup kit. It's a backup car. It's a backup box with 2 backup loadouts, one for me and one for Thor. And some of that costs money. You got to buy things like MREs and all that sort of stuff. I think it would be a good idea to put a jerry can in the truck that's filled with water. And that's definitely something I'm going to do eventually, because look at this. My lime soda is almost gone. That's just foolishness. I should have topped it off before I left base, and I didn't even think of it. At least I remembered fresh batteries this time, because it'll be nighttime rather soon, and the night vision chews up the batteries. Oh, heck yeah. I like a green car. Thor and I were talking about switching up our paint scheme a little bit. I'm hesitant to do that because everybody I'm friendly with, yeah, you can burn 100K really fast, man. You're right about that. I mean, it was ammo. I was buying stuff for Thor because he had a glitch where his truck disappeared. We still don't know how it happened. We think maybe somebody in the squad did it, but I don't think any of our squad mates would have. It's very confusing. Anyway, yeah, 100K goes fast. Car parts, and I was helping Echo out too. I bought him a bunch of gear. But yeah, so we were talking about changing the paint schemes, but I'm afraid to change mine because the people I'm friendly with know me as black and red, and I've declared that rather loudly and proudly, so I'm probably not going to change the paint scheme on the trucks. It'd be a bit too risky. It is definitely a green thing. Yeah, Echo's cool. I got a little bit of voice chat going with him in the local game chat yesterday, but he was pretty quiet, kind of hard to hear. I'm hoping we don't, if we do end up on a Discord call, I hope he's got a little clearer mic going on. But that's okay. We'll rock and roll however we have to. Let me check something in my Discord real quick. Pardon me, I need to make sure my keybinds are good, because I changed one to deafen, and I didn't like that. Toggle deafen, toggle mute. Oh no. How do you change Discord keybinds? Oh, here it is. I got it. Okay, he said he's going to keep the back doors off with no seats. It's an interesting idea. I can't get in, so that will work, yeah. Let's see if we can we crawl in? You know, like, get inside the car? No, it's not going to let us. Yeah, it was worth a shot. Pew, 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 pew. Alright, so our torpedo factory run should be pretty cool. Looking forward to it. What's this man holding? Oh, he's got some, like, chocolate cocoa powder or something? I will lead the way, because I think that was the signal right there. And those cars aren't quite as good off-road as the truck is, so I'll stick to the path. I don't want to break his car trying to get him to follow me in rough terrain. I noticed that we got a four-door that we hid in our backup location with the gear, and I was scraping it along the surface going off-road. Just little waves in the landscape, not even like proper bumps or rocks, and they were cutting up the chassis. I mean, I did, I think, 3 or 4% damage to it just driving it at slow speed across the terrain. Oh darn, this thing wants to stay on the roads, baby. The truck is a much better vehicle. If only it could be up-armored. Remember when you're here, take in the sights and sounds, the seams and schemes. This game is great. Somebody spent a long time putting all this artwork together, and it's just, it shows. I mean, the scenery is amazing. Look off in the distance and see the landscape, the rolling hills, the pine forests. It's a lot of fun. Very immersive environment. The shadows are great too. I mean, that's not the game developers, that's the Unreal Engine, but yeah, you gotta love it. Alright, he's falling behind a little bit. We'll slow down just a hair. That car doesn't climb hills very well. Yeah, my backup loadout, I put together an MK18 kit. Luckily, I found the gun, so I didn't have to spend, what is it, $30,000 or something on that 5.56 rifle. But that's the backup rifle, and then I got as much as I could from the base as far as backup gear goes. I found a katana at the junkyard and got it up to 50% health. But I put a couple of grindstones in the backup kit, and then MREs and all the clothes, armor. It's pretty comprehensive, really, and it would be if the base got destroyed, like really just raided to heck, and we couldn't go back. The raiders were sitting on the base, not letting us get in. All our gear is gone or something. We could go to this spot and start over again. We'd be built back up in 2 weeks. Yeah, you know, having the car there is the big thing. I hope it's hidden well enough that nobody bothers it. And when I say this stuff is in a place that nobody's gonna go, I'm pretty confident about that. Like, the backup box is in a place where people might go, but I don't think it's a place where people will see it. And that's the crucial difference. The car itself, it's so far out of the way, if somebody finds it, they were doing something pretty strange, which I have imagined, and I think they might do. I'm gonna show it to you, so I'll just say it. I'm trying to like play coy, but y'all know me. I'm not gonna keep anything a secret. It's on the eastern wall going north, and it's hidden in a crevice, and it's painted white in the snow. So I'm hoping it's like far enough out of the way that it just won't catch any attention, but we'll see. This server's not highly populated, so I think in a higher pop server, every square inch is going to get covered at some point. Maybe any server, every square inch will get covered at some point. But it'll just happen faster where there's a higher population. This server, right now, there's actually 4 people online. It's been feeling a breath of life lately. A little bit of a revival. Eesh. I know how to drive. Let's see, what do we think we're gonna find here today? If nobody's been in recently, I'm hoping we come out with like 2 M249s and a Scar, because that's what he wants. He wants a Scar. The M249s would just be good cash, 1900 bucks each for them. So I'm hoping he gets what he's looking for, you know? The Scar, namely, he mentioned. He wants the new 308 rifle. And if he does find one, we'll get it geared up for him. You know, I'll buy him some magazines. We'll sell off whatever we find and turn that into magazines and ammo, suppressor, all the good stuff. I actually probably should get some ghillie wraps for my Scar, come to think of it. Paint it like earth green and then put some green ghillie wrap on it. Be a good idea. Or go black with it. Stick with the company colors, right? Alright, we're almost there now. And he didn't ever call in Discord, so I'm not going to bug him about it. And if he wants to, he can. I don't mind typing in side chat. Pretty quick with the keyboard. Not the fastest, but quick enough it doesn't bother me. Plus, this is really just follow the leader here. No big deal. And there's 4 people on the server at the moment, and I know 3 of them. Myself, Echo, who's behind us, and Crow, who I've met with once before. He got blown up at his own base. Somebody placed a landmine outside his very own door, and I heard him talking about that in side chat, and I said, "Where are you? Let me come help you." And gave him a metal detector and a bow and, you know, just some stuff to help him keep going. You know, I'm thinking about it right now. Something I don't carry on the truck, the jerry can full of water that I was talking about earlier, but also a toolbox. If I had a nice, like, 50 out of 50 white toolbox in there, I could make bow adjustments and repair gear on the fly. That would be nice, because when I gave Crow the bow off my back, it was a 90-pound compound, and unless he created a character with high archery, which he might have done, the likely odds are that bow was too heavy for him to draw, so he wasn't even going to be able to use it until he found himself a toolbox. And it's not that that's rude, but it's less considerate than it could have been. And in the future, if I make that kind of move, I'd like to be able to really give somebody something they can put to work straight away. Yeah, parking the containers over there, bud. Yeah. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Alright. I know he has screwdrivers. I'm just making sure he's got them on him. Friendly reminder. But we talked about this yesterday. He knows what we're doing here. Alright, let's grab we'll grab a little yellow handle and a box of bobbies. Okay, we'll give him a box of bobbies too. Why am I sweating so much? Oh shoot, man, we gotta fix his car too, don't we? Can't let him hang around like that. Let's fix his car real quick before he has a real problem. All right, this should be pretty good, I think. Yeah, there you go. Don't lose that car, man. That's your lifeline right there. That's the whole game. All right, this is the way. I wish I had room in the squad. I'd invite him in just so we could see each other's names going around, but he asked if I want another screwdriver. I can't talk and type at the same time, and I'm saying, no, you keep it because you're going to want to come here as much as you can. Yeah, we've got all the guns we need. I can't store any more guns without building another box back at base, but he's still fresh, so I want him to have access to this place. Alright, in we go. Yeah, he sees what I'm doing. Alright, alright. There's a beeper in here somewhere. I don't think it's in the building we're gonna hit though, so we should be okay. There might be one in this building. Yep, there is. There's definitely a beeper up here somewhere. Let's see, where's that mech? He can't really touch us in here. I'm not too worried about him. The only thing I'm actually worried about is this beeper guy. And I don't see him. He sounds like he might be on the 3rd floor. He's so far away. There he is. Nope, that's not him. Where is he? Okay, we gotta keep an eye out for this beeper guy. He's up here somewhere. What's our magazines look like? We're doing okay. I got a mech can see you when on ladder. Where did he go? Okay, the beeper's definitely above us here. Just don't see him. I think he's up there. Do I see the beeper? Not yet. Third floor. I can't believe I don't see the beeper. Is he outside? Is that what's happening? Why don't I see this beeper guy? I'm afraid he's gonna jump down on top of me. Do you guys see this beeper? Where is he? I think he's right up here. I can't find him. Oh, did I just see... No, I didn't see motion. I saw anti-aliasing. Echo's outside. He's getting swarmed. Oh, I'm gonna lose Echo. He's gonna die on me. Where is this thing? It's like right here. Is he on the roof? Is that why I can't find him? Won't let you off at the top. Try again. It will. I might have been blocking. He couldn't get off the ladder, he's saying? I don't know why that would have happened. Where is this guy? Is he on the roof? I think I might have to check the roof. Oh shoot, Echo buddy, don't die. I've never seen one spawn on the roof. I don't know where to look for this guy. Oh my gosh. It's like an invisible beeper, man. I don't know where this guy is. I think Beeper is on roof. Very dangerous. I don't know what to do about this, except to go try and get on the roof of another building and shoot across. Ooh, CD player. Well, wish me luck. Why did he just stop beeping? Yeah, he's got to be on the roof, right? He wants help. I can't help you. I don't know how. Yeah, I think the mechs can see me from there. I don't know what to do about this guy. He's on the roof. What do we do about a beeper on the roof? I'm hoping I can get close enough to set off the proximity on that thing. Come on, buddy. Below. Just below. He's hanging out right at that other ladder, so I can't go up there to get him. Oh my goodness, this is terrible. Where is the mech? He's going that way. So I can't climb this ladder right now. And this roof's too high, I can't do anything about this at all. This is terrible. At least he hasn't come down yet, but I'm afraid he will. That's the concern. Alright, we're gonna see how Echo's doing here. We'll give him a hand too. How about that? I think we're the wrong kind of safe right now. Like the kind of safe that doesn't feel safe but is safe. Which is also the same kind of safe where you start to let yourself be safe and then a bad thing happens when you're not ready for it. Nothing here. Couple of 9mm rounds. Nothing here. Alright, let's reload some magazines, speaking of 9mm rounds. They might have toned down the loot here. It's seeming a lot stingier than it used to. Okay. We leave now. Next building. Man, it sounds like there's a whole flood of zombies down here. What's going on with this? This is so many more zombies than I'm used to. That's a lot of puppets. Come on, man. We gotta get some of these gone. Yeah, this is a lot of puppets right now. Yeah, I'm a little stuck right now. Alright. Let's see if we get another horde. How did he get up there? Oh, that's cool. I didn't know about that. Okay, and we let the mech go by. We give him a couple of steps. Boom. No problem. Yeah, he knows where these lockers are, doesn't he? Whoa, 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 whoa. Why can't I draw that bow? Did something change? That's super weird. Why can I what? Wait. Hyperthermia. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize I was that hot. Since when and why? I had no idea. 14.4%. Wow, okay. It's I gotta take my hat off once in a while. Sheesh. That could have been worse. Got kind of lucky there. Loot isn't great today. Sometimes you find 3 M249s. Sometimes a couple of nothing. It's easier solo, also. Much less puppets. You will keep all these guns. Use or sell. I have plenty. Ooh. Chainsaw. I swear I just saw a chainsaw. He must have put it in his backpack. Oh. Okay, let's make sure I'm not dying. Yeah, the hypothermia is gone at least. Let's see, it's gonna come back though if I keep running. should drink a little bit. You know, when you overheat, you tend to lose water pretty quickly. Until you stop losing water, and then it gets very dangerous. So I just told him to keep hitting this spot, and eventually he'll find the gun that he's looking for. And we're gonna reload our magazines. Tell him also, if you come to just loot unlocked stuff, you will find plenty. Ammo, handguns, good crafting, mats. Oh, awesome. Did you find a chainsaw? I thought I saw one for a moment. Yeah, that's good. Good idea. Definitely. I will do the same. Yeah, we definitely need to let each other. That's weird. I thought I saw a chainsaw. I hope sometimes they are in drops. Make building so much easier. The noise they make, well, depends on where you are, I guess. I use them in the woods. Make tons of planks fast. Load in chest, chest in car. That's exactly what that's what Ghost and Thor said when I told them I was using a chainsaw. They were like, "But what about all the noise it makes?" What do you mean? Who cares? We're in the middle of the woods. Yeah. Yeah. But will they? Yeah. To each his own. I love the chainsaw, but I understand the concern. How are we doing? Still feeling a little hot, and it seems to be teetering back and forth. 37.0. My goodness. Gotcha. Well, I'm going north looking for cars. Let me know if you need anything else. I'll try to get in touch with Underlink today about bunker runs. Yeah, Echo was saying he wanted to do a kill box at some point with me, and we're going to need someone else to do it with us, so it could either be one of my guys or we could try and bring Underlink in. Underlink said a long time ago that um, he wanted to do bunkers with me, so plus it takes me France. It makes me the build too. I'll let you know. Makes me, what is that? Plus it makes me around 8-ish. Cool. I'll see you then. It makes Plus, it makes me frown. Is the build. I don't know. I don't know what he said. I don't know what he said about. I don't know what that meant. Yeah, there's a couple other lockers here, but considering how badly that went and how undergeared he is right now, I don't want to bring him into a place that's super dangerous and hard to get out of. Like these spots we were in, if we really had to, we probably could have just cut and run. But if you get in too deep, you have to worry about mechs, and if you get surrounded by mechs, it's no good, right? If you get surrounded by zombies and there's a mech in the way, what are you gonna do? I don't know. Alright, we're gonna go north now. I'm gonna show y'all my little stash spot, because I think it's pretty cool. And there's nothing I love more than violating operational security on stream. My squad mates love it too. I do it just for you. Maybe we should hit the airport on the way. I was about to say, is he gonna go hit an abandoned bunker? I mean, you can get some good loot up those towers, you know? I found a couple of the nice shotguns. One time I found 2 nice shotguns on 2 separate towers at the same time. And that was incredible. I mean, they were worth, I think, like 1,200 each or something. A stupid amount of money. And that was when I was still on foot. Oh, I was so happy. That was a big payday. When you can put, you know, what is that? 2,500 bucks right in your backpack. Walk to the trader with it. You gotta love it. But yeah, we're gonna go way up north now. We're gonna go up past the hospital, up past the radiation, and to the radio array up there. I'll show you what we got going on for a backup kit. It's a pretty good little setup, you know. Like I was saying before, if everything goes wrong, we wanted to have a place we could fall back to and just start over. Like, literally start over. Start building a new base. There's $10,000 in cash in the box. And if, you know, if we need it, we can just go there, grab the car, abandon everything, and then that's kind of the biggest curveball, right? If somebody is raiding your base, like let's say somebody becomes a dedicated enemy, and they're oppressing us at our base, raiding us, murdering us, and we just can't fight back. There's too many of them, or I don't know. The circumstance would have to be pretty crazy at this point. It would have to be a lot of enemies, or they'd have to do a lot of damage while we were offline and then prevent us from rebuilding. But in that scenario, if you can just leave and not come back and just screw it, who cares? Like, I'll leave all this behind, it doesn't matter to me. That's a win in and of itself. And then you rebuild and regroup and try and get your revenge once you're prepared and re-hidden, right? I think if that happened, it would be a very small base we would build somewhere very remote that would be unlikely to get raided, and just make sure it had a lot of doors and a lot of concrete. But not big, just a place to store stuff. Very, very small. And then we try to reclaim our base if they didn't destroy it completely. And I'll be honest, you'd have to be a fool to destroy a base as big as ours completely. The thing to do with it is to move in. Unless you have your own base that's better, you move in. Because this spot, concrete walls and all metal structure inside, which I'm going to start getting up to brick this week. I've been saying that for a while and not following through, but I will start doing it. It's been long enough since I did some proper construction. I'll actually put in the effort here. But yep, that's my thinking on the subject. Plus, it's just a feeling, right? Talk about a vibe. Putting together a backup kit with some cash in it. I mean, it's some mobster stuff. Hitman status. We definitely need to stop and get fuel, though. I don't want to keep burning through the gas in the truck. The thing about going north is the gas stations are a lot rarer up there, and I don't know it as well, so I don't... Like when I'm in this area, I know where to go to stop for fuel. When I'm up there, I just keep driving and I don't even think about it until it's too late. So knowing I'm headed in that direction, I think it would be smart for me to fuel everything up now, and then if I have to dip into the reserves, it won't be a problem. Okay, a couple different ways we could skin this cat. I'm going to try going this route. It might be a little bit more roundabout, but it's a nicer drive. Get a little bit more scenery. Yeah, if we decide to do kill boxes, Echo said he would be the kill guy. He would handle the zombies, and then I volunteered to do either the picking or the cutting, right? Because you got to do bomb defusal and lock picking, and then we're gonna need a third to do the other job, whatever job I'm not doing. So I don't know what the bomb defusal looks like inside the kill boxes. For me, with the practice bomb, I probably have, I'm gonna say conservatively, a 70% success rate on the 6-second defusal timer. You bring it down to 4 seconds, and my success rate is around 20%. Maybe. It might be 10%. It might be less than that. I'm not good at 4 seconds. 6 seconds is plenty of time. I don't know if that's probably an indictment of my mental aptitude, right? I'm not very quick at processing things. I can think pretty well slowly, but when I have to think quickly, I just fall to pieces. So I don't know what the timers look like inside the kill boxes. The only thing I know is I tried to defuse a beeper puppet, the suicide puppet, and it only gives you 4 seconds, and it blew up in my face. I did survive. I don't know how, but I kind of was planning for that to happen at the time. I had corpse behind me with Phoenix Tears. I had no gear on. I literally ran in naked, carrying just the wire cutters. So the only thing that happened was I took a bunch of damage. Brought me down to like 23% health. And then I think Corpse might have hit me with the Phoenix Tears, even though I didn't technically need them, because it was just easier than going through the whole, you know, bandaging process. So that Phoenix Tears has one use left, because that was the Phoenix Tears. I don't know if I did any of this when I was streaming or not, but Corpse, Pawn, and I, all three, went into the radiation zone, and we went looting for uranium, because you could sell that stuff for a real handy profit at the armorer. And while we were there, Corpse's his suit kind of got damaged slowly over time, and he didn't notice. So by the time we left, he had C4 radiation poisoning, and he was going to die. And I said to him, you know, we chatted for a while about what we were gonna do, and I said, you know what? Why don't you just log out, and I'll go with Pawn, and we'll try and get some Phoenix Tears. Before we let you die, let's give it a shot. And we did it. We managed. We hit a bunker, we got Phoenix Tears, and when the man logged back in, he was saved. That was a pretty cool moment. So that was one use. I'm pretty sure we used it on me after I got blowed up, and then there should be one use left, and I think that's somewhere in Corpse's box. We'll put this back on now. Grab this. Top you off. Is there fresh water? Oh, shoot. They just spawn in right on top of you, don't they? Why is he hanging out by my truck? Come on, man. Why you gotta be like that? Come towards me. Doesn't he hear me? The other guy does. Oh, son of a gun. There's a lot of zombies on this server today. Okay, he's wandering away. We gave him a headshot. I didn't get to do all my fuel, but let's just get out of here. I've got enough. Or I suppose we could finish it. We'll just move the truck out of the blast radius. Boom. Nope. Boom. Okay. Yeah, that worked out. You get plenty of time if you can headshot them, but boy, if you miss. Alright. Well, everything worked out. Which you can't always count on. You know, I found out recently you can't put an optic on the M249. What's up with that? I don't like that at all. It's got a rail system on it. Isn't it a common thing to put optics on M249s? Am I mistaken? I kind of wanted to put like an ACOG on it. I bought an ACOG for it, which is now on my VHS because it didn't go. I was pretty disappointed. Speaking of, let's. Yep. We used some rounds. Oh my gosh, more spawns right on top of me. Guys, you gotta fix this spawning system. They should be here when you show up. They shouldn't be spawning in while you're sitting there. Like, why would they just appear? They could come out of the woods. I would understand that. Right? But for them to just appear around me? That's pretty broken. Gotta tell you. Alright, so we put a not full magazine in the VHS, but that's okay. It's got, I don't know, 26 rounds or something. Not worried about it. We'll repack this one, and then we'll get back on the road here. Northbound Ho. This one too, huh? Should we check the gas station since we're here? Since we fought all these zombies already, might as well get something for our effort. Not much. Some cash would have been nice. A junky old backpack. I guess we'll take this. We can load it up with stuff for the general trader. Makes the selling a little bit faster anyway. Alright, we move on. That was fun. See, that spawn I'm okay with. It kind of looks like they wandered out of the woods. I understand it's a game and they're going to spawn in. Like, that's what happens in games is NPCs appear. But for them to appear, like, right behind you or right beside you, a little bit game-breaking. It kind of ruins the immersion. Especially if you watch it happen. Look at the fame points. I didn't realize I was that close to 600. Oh my goodness. If I die, it's going to be devastating. What is it, like 25% that you lose or something like that? If you die? What's 25% of 600? 200 and... What's a quarter? 225? No, that's not how math works. What's wrong with me? 175 maybe. Does anybody know how to math here? Because I don't. What's 600 and a half is 300? It would be 150. I know how to math. I figured it out. 150 fame points gone in a single fell swoop? That would suck. The good thing is, though, I've got enough of them that I'd still be able to buy everything after that. Alright, yeah, we're going to go this way. We're going to flirt with radiation, so I'm going to hang a right, and then a left onto a white road. Right, left. This bridge is designed for you to go off of it. Look at those stupid guardrails that don't make it all the way back. What is wrong with you guardrails? You are a fail. That's a right. And then this will enter a T intersection where we're going to hang a right, and then we'll go left onto that white road. I do wish this game had like a GPS when you're in the truck. Like a display inside the truck, but it would give you a little HUD thing out here, and it would just be driving instructions, not a mini map, nothing like that, just a GPS unit to make it a little easier to navigate. But over time you do kind of learn the routes, so that's the benefit of not having the GPS, is the game kind of forces you to learn your routes. Yeah, this is the way we want to go. So at some point here, I don't think yet, but at some point we're going to start taking radiation, and that's okay. It's strategic. The thing is, if you have to more or less cross the radiation zone to get to where I have my backup gear, makes it a lot less likely that anyone's going to go for it. And then if somebody does eventually steal our loot, steal our backup kit, our car, something like that, my plan is to bury it deeper in the city, like go into the radiation a little bit with it, so that you'd have to genuinely damage yourself to get to the kit. And then I don't think anybody would go exploring in that city unless they were really well geared up. And even then, having done it myself, worn the radiation suit, gone into the city with the intention of exploring, and then realizing just how stifling that garment is. We're gonna go left here. We definitely don't want to go into that camp. That's deep in the radiation. We're going to stay right and go straight through the intersection. The radiation suit's very, very hot to wear, and you can't have a whole lot of gear on underneath it, right? You can carry a backpack, but I don't think you can wear armor if you have the old suit on. If you have the modern suit, you can wear armor, but it's very restrictive, and you overheat quickly during the daytime, and you get hot during the nighttime. So to go in there just with the intention of exploring, that's going to be very few people. It's not nobody that would do that, right? I might do that at some point here, but every time I've gone in, it was with a purpose, to try and get the uranium so I can make the money, and that's that. But, yeah. Anyway, all that is to say, if somebody steals our kit from all the way up here, the next plan of defense is to move it deeper into the radiation, where it'll be even less likely to get found. And you can find some pretty good hiding spots in that radiation city too. Because nobody's gonna go around there looking, I mean, you can hide it in a bush next to a building beside a car, like really, really hide it visually and psychologically. So now we're definitely getting some radiation presence. We knew that was going to happen. I think this is a right here. Yep. And we're getting pretty close. I've never even gotten C1 radiation poisoning. I've only had presence from coming up this route. We can see the antenna array up there. Well, kind of. It's in the trees, but I did get a glimpse. We were toying with the idea of putting iodine pills in the backup kit, but the problem with iodine pills is they decay really quickly. So you'd have to go back and replace them like every 2 weeks or something. It's just constant. And I said I didn't think it was really worth it. It's a whole lot of, I don't really care. We've got 10 grand in the backup kit. If we have to go buy iodine pills, we can. Furthermore, we could just run to the hospital. And besides that, I'm not sure how effective the iodine pills are, because either you're dying of the radiation or you're not, right? The iodine pills won't stop you if you're dying. They won't save you. So, what good really are they? hit pretty hard right there. I might do some quick repairs while we're up here. I'm not sure about this area, if there's radiation presence in this area or not, because I think the radiation gets into my clothes while I'm driving through it. But there might be. I always have radiation presence when I'm here. Whether that's because of the path or the location itself, I just don't know. Okay, let's grab a bite to eat, and we'll have a little snack up here on our backup kit. Speaking of bite to eat, I don't have any food on me, which is something I'm trying to get better about, just carrying at least an MRE. Okay, we're gonna move you into there. Let's do the things. Let's do the things real quick. These are the things. We're gonna put the screwdriver away. Everything we're gonna keep goes into one of these backpacks. So that's crafting materials, like CD players, and the ammunition. I'll hold on to. It's in good shape. Could be useful. Campfire to mark the spot. These antennas, the ladder systems on the antennas, some of them go higher than others. I didn't pick the highest one. I just picked a random one. I wasn't too concerned about how high you might go. And, oh my goodness. There's a drone up there. Is that drone for me? Or is there somebody up here? Because if there is somebody up here, I'm going to be pretty suspicious. We just put this kit up here yesterday. I'm going to call hacker if there is somebody up here. Just saying that now. So this is the box. Super weird. And these are the contents. There's stuff inside all this, right? So the backpack's got all my weapons, food, repair kits, right? All the goodies. Some backup ammo. I call it the just in case. There's 10, little over 10 grand in cash right there. Tactical vest has magazines in it and some food. Um, there's knife in the sheath. There's a handgun in the holster. Right? There's arrows in the quiver, and then some extra stuff. And then this is Thor's kit. And yeah, he went for the scar for his backup kit. I was like, man, I just want something lightweight and multifunctional. There has to be somebody there because that drone isn't coming for me. And it's not blowing up. If it blows up over there, maybe I'll think it was mine. Oh yeah, you can't see around corners with third person. We'll see. We're gonna do a little wait and see here, friends. Because I just don't know. That was super suspicious. But yeah, I thought this was a decent hiding spot. Pretty hard to see from the ground, pretty hard to see from the ladders. As a matter of fact, I kind of wish that I'd placed it a little bit farther back, and it's just way too heavy at this point to do anything about. Maybe I can get it light enough here. Move it back just a little bit farther. Yep, that's back in there. So now you can't even see it from there. The only place you... Okay, the drone did blow up right there. Maybe it was coming for me and it got hung up in the maze of pipes and stuff. I don't know, we're gonna keep our head on a swivel regardless. It would be so weird for there to be someone up here right now. There's almost no reason to come up here. There's not great loot here. There's a ton of risk because there's always a beeper or two or three in those buildings. And sometimes you can find a car, right? We did. We found a car here yesterday. I'm going to show you where it is now. It had an engine. I mean, it was like a gift. It was as if the game said, yes, I know you're coming here to set up a backup kit. Would you like a car also? And we said, bet. But that was a multi-hour trip, let me tell you what. And then we found another, there was a Volkswagen. We found another Volkswagen while we were cruising around, like meandering our way toward the trader, setting up Thor's truck. And we were going to buy an alternator and a battery, or like whatever we needed for this car we were going to buy. We found Volkswagens the whole way. We got an alternator, a battery, we got most of the doors, all but two. All the wheels, there's a spare wheel, I mean, just absolutely like, here you go. Did you need this? It was awesome. And there she is, in all her glory. Just a snow white Volkswagen, backed into a corner. And you can see what I mean. If somebody comes up here, it's like, why? What were you thinking? You know? There's no reason. There's just barely any loot here. The only reason to come up here is to do a little bit of exploring, which I understand. That's how I ended up here. But we also climbed the radio array for like 20 seconds and then said, okay, there's no loot and there's just a ton of these things. It's an absolute waste of time. Which is why I think it's such a good spot to hide a box. But you can see how brutal this terrain is. The Volkswagen doesn't handle this well at all. Really chews it up pretty badly. The radiation presence is still there. I'm pretty sure that that radiation is residual from the clothing. I think that's what's happening. Let's hide this in a bush. We're going to do a couple of things here. I think this terrain is level enough for me to do some quick repairs. We're getting a little bit of chassis damage. We're going through some rough terrain. I just want to make sure I don't lose a wheel unnecessarily. So this is the sort of thing, I'll stop and do this periodically, even if the truck doesn't really seem to need it, because there you go. You can see that wheel is damaged, the whole front end, battery, right? And these are just little bumps that accumulate over time. So I think it's worth stopping when you think about it, I mean, you know, when it occurs to you, and just repairing the thing straight away. And that way you prevent the loss of things over time. Headlights, bumpers, these things decay, and then once they're gone, you start losing the chassis and the side panels, like things that are actually pretty functional. If the chassis goes, the truck's gone. That's just how the game works. Okay, and then just this wheel over here. And of course, you have to put the jack on whichever side the wheel is that you want to work on. Wait. Oh, did I use up that whole repair kit? Thought I had one use left. I was wrong. We're gonna need more of these. We will definitely hit a vehicle workshop here later. Oh, we need water too. We can get that. We can get that up here. Okay, there you go. We're back up to 100% condition. Feeling good about it too. It's the way I like to live. Anybody remember the 2000s? The noughties? This is the way I live. Little boy getting big bills. Yep. I remember that. I was in, I don't know if I was even in middle school. I might have been the first time I heard that song. It's still a jam. Don't hate. Yeah, this is so desolate up here too. The only way you come up here on purpose is if you have a car. Right, I could understand if you parachute in, looking around for stuff, but there's not a lot there for you if you're a fresh spawn. I wouldn't even recommend going there unless you knew my kit was there and you had lockpicks and you're good at picking gold locks. Okay. What are we doing here? We're gonna I don't know if I actually want to go this way. It's gonna dip me back down into the radiation, isn't it? We could try and cross country, but this snow terrain is pretty brutal. Like it looks smoother, but it's actually less smooth in a lot of ways. Let's see how we do. I'll just try not to go too fast, but you can see these random bumps. They really beat the truck up pretty badly. Kind of crush it. We want to just go due west. We might hit the mines. I don't know. I mean, there's a little loop I've been doing up here. Just trying to burn cars and find loot. And the mine is part of that. When I went yesterday, I didn't find the TNT I was hoping for, but I did get like 3 or 4 toolboxes out of the whole deal. It was pretty solid, actually. And as a matter of fact, those are still in the truck. And my suppressor is going to need repair soon, so I will take care of that when I stop next. My armor should probably get a little touch up. Yeah, we'll do some gear maintenance the next time I stop, if I'm remembering at that point. Come on. Is this a gift? Is this just for me? Thank you for the D1 drop. We will go for that. I don't know if we're going to have any competition up here. We're going to find out. There is a little bit of population on the server right now, so I'll have to try and maintain awareness. I don't expect there will be anyone up here, but I do know that there's some people that operate in the more northern territories. I know at least 4 or 5 people that operate up here at varying times. Okay. We're gonna get back to the road here. We're gonna kind of hike north. And then we're gonna go left. Navigation. It's a constant struggle. Oh. Hey, no damage. Let's go. I think if you went too fast over the snow terrain, it would probably destroy things. Just with how bouncy it is, I think that would become violent. I haven't tested it, and I don't plan to. I'll slowly work my way up over time as I gain more confidence and become more carefree about it. And by carefree, I do just simply mean careless. What's the faster path here? I think we go the low road. It looks like there's going to be less turns. Slightly more direct. I mean, we still have plenty of time. The drop won't even hit the ground for another, what, 8 minutes or something? Shoot, I might have enough time to make a cup of joe. Because my first cup of coffee done been drank. Alright, do we do the thing again? See, it gets a little bit harrowing up here driving off-road because there's occasionally, like, pretty severe guardrails and stuff. So you can think you're taking a shortcut and it'll end up being a very, very slow, long cut. The only kind of long cut I like is Skull. Okay, we're gonna go right. I think there's a gas station up here. Judging by the markings on the map. Looks like one. I don't think we need one at the moment. But I could Wait a second. I just heard something. Yep, we need that. We need that badly. Let's do the plan. Let's enact Plan Alpha. 3, 4, 5. We'll put this in the survival kit, or it'll be fine in this kit, is what I'm trying to say. Fill with fuel from container, hopefully. Yep, we emptied it. So now we can have a jerry can full of water. That will come in handy. I'm sure of it. The only trick now is remembering that it's there. Let's see, what about you? We definitely need to fill you up. And then I might as well take a quick drink while we're here. Metabolism-wise, I'm doing good. I'm kind of in a weight loss mood right now. Want to bring my dexterity up. And I'm feeling secure enough in my supplies of food and water that I'm not in the least bit concerned to lose weight. I don't really need any extra at this point in time. Cool, natural spring right there if you need it. That's right about there on the map. D1, if you're not seeing it yet, Delta 1 in the south end. So now we're going to go for that drop. I feel like if I just go west, this terrain looks passable, maybe? Let's see. I think if we're gonna, we actually need to go a bit north of west, so we'll trend in this direction. I think I see it in the sky, as a matter of fact. And, furthermore, oh, getting other messages here. Let me check my Discord real quick. Echo's asking for some 30-06 bullets, and I'm asking him how much he wants to spend. Is this not the town I was thinking of? Maybe it's not. No. Okay. For a second there, I thought that was the town with the vehicle workshop in it. Maybe we could have gotten a couple more repair kits, because I am going through them right now. But that's not where we are. Okay, and we're going super west. I want to go more north again. I can see the drop. We're headed pretty well toward it at the moment. I don't know if it's coming through with the stream. You lose some definition through streaming, so might not be showing up, but we are headed toward it. It's just a little speck in the sky right up there. What do you think we're gonna find? I'll tell you what I'm hoping for is advanced lockpicks. I'd like to come out with a handful of advanced lockpicks. That would make my day. What's our situation now? I suppose I could follow the road. I'm not going to gain much by off-roading for the time being. More so even than that, perhaps I could bury my truck in the woods here for a moment, since the drop's still in the sky. Go make some coffee. Yeah, I don't know how buried this is, but I'll be right back. Fresh Cuppa Joe acquired. I bet that drops probably on the ground by now. Okay. Let's see, where is it from here? We're probably almost looking at... Oh yeah, yep, it's on the ground. Let's see. I think we're gonna be pretty safe here. I don't think we have much to worry about. And we'll consider this stopping, so this is probably where I'll go and repair my suppressor as well. Let's see if we can pull this bow back now. There's one. Yes, I can pull the bow back. 5. Let's grab a couple of these. We need that's 3. There's 6. 6 lockers, 6 lockpicks. Looks like it's going nighttime on us here. Talking to Echo in Discord at the moment, so if you see me taking a weird break, that's what's happening. I'm sending him messages. He's asking for help buying ammo and a scope for a carbon hunter. And I'm more than happy to do that. You know, it's just a matter of fame points. He's got the cash. So I'm, of course, more than happy to do that for him. But we gotta coordinate it. Okay. That's kind of nice about the snowy area. Pretty easy to clear everything. You can see it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my goodness, pardon me. I don't know what that was, like a hiccup. Crafting. I didn't even drink this coffee yet. Maybe I shouldn't. But even if I shouldn't, I will. Because self-destruction is my middle name. Musical self-destruction mayhem. It's actually hyphenated. I had to get a special birth certificate. It was too long. Didn't fit on the standard document. There we go. That was a fail. Ooh, I'm gonna have to put my socks back on. It's getting chilly up here. P223. No problem. There we go. One more. Come on now. Let me at him. Okay, let me put my socks on. I'm probably going to have to go get my jacket too, because I am going to get cold fast here. That's cool. We could put this right on the ground. I don't know what the deal is with this tracksuit outfit. And in my opinion, if you have the gear... Oh, that's pretty nice. I might actually bring this to the backup kit. Put another handgun in there. I probably won't. I probably won't. Ooh, yeah, 40 out of 40. Okay. But yeah, if you have the gear, if you have the lockpicking equipment, you probably don't need a tracksuit top, right? A freaking katana? Dude. Oh my goodness. I almost am required to go back to the backup gear with this. I'm going to put it somewhere special in the truck. Because I will definitely replace that broken katana, that 50% katana that can't be repaired anymore. I will replace it with this katana, to be sure. Alright, let me just respond to Echo. He said he wants a 223 scope. Absolutely. I'll check base for one also. If we have a spare, it'll be no charge. I'm wandering in the north. It won't be soon. Fair warning. Basically telling them not to wait around for me here. Alright, so box number 5 is the box where the backpacks go, right? What do we do here? What do we do? I think we're gonna, well, let's see. I'm confused. This breaks my system. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. So what am I keeping out of all this? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm figuring it out. It's coming to me. This backpack that's empty, we're gonna put the clothes in there because we'll just go ahead and sell them. Let me put my gloves on and my jacket. Equip. Okay, jacket is on. So now that's the stuff that we're gonna sell. Goes right there. This backpack I'm going to use to repair my stuff. We're going to put the block 21 in here. This system's so complicated. Because we're keeping all this. This backpack, I'm going to empty into here also. Because we'll keep all of this. Milk's pretty cool to have. We've got plenty of it though. Alright, and this fits. So, look at that. That's nice. The 40 out of 40 can go right in here. We got tons of these now. That's pretty cool. What was I going to bring to... Okay, this, and this. Plus these magazines. And the gun are all going to go to the backup kit. I can't remember if I had night vision, so that too. Let's just do this straight away. Oh, yeah, equip. The flashlight, I don't care. We're going to sell that. Sell that. We'll sell this holster. So, now what I need to do is find a bag to put this stuff in that I'll remember. We'll do the bottom one here, because I don't think I'll fill up all the others. So, hopefully I remember this. I'll probably forget. It'll be here in like 2 weeks, and I'll go, what's with the weird Block 21 katana setup that's in my box? Okay. Yes, good. Now we do some quick repairs. That 5.56 ammo really tears up the silencer pretty fast. Definitely tears it up pretty fast. Okay. Repair. And my jacket. Not jacket, I guess. Armor vest. 100%. Might as well hit the helmet too. We'll just get rid of this toolbox. Boom. Now we're back in business. I hope that didn't take so long. I'm going to die to a massive explosion now. Let's get out of here. And we're going to go northeast because this town up here is the one with the vehicle workshop where we might be able to find some repair kits for the truck. That would be cute. Alright, let's see here. Getting news from Echo. Let me respond to you, sir. Starting to build. Sounds good. Just let me know when you come back online. I'll have the stuff by this evening. That is something I'll do off stream because he's inviting me over to his base, and it's not my business to betray his base location. I take enough risks of my own. I don't need to put them on other people. It's not anything exciting anyway. I'm just gonna bring him some 30-06 ammo and a scope. Probably bring him a couple of magazines too. I don't know if he has any or not. I think he's probably the type of guy who's a little too nice to ask for a bunch of stuff. You know, if I were asking, what I'd be thinking is, if I have the ammo and the scope, I can just load a round at a time. I don't need to ask for the magazine. I'll get that eventually. And I don't want him to feel like that. I don't know if it's true or not, but they say treat others the way you'd want to be treated. And I would want to not ask for the magazine because that would feel shameful. But it would be nice if the person was considerate enough to bring them to me anyway. Not that I would ever expect it. Just it would be a nice, considerate thought. Okay, those tire repair kits I'm pretty sure are useless. I don't know what they're doing in the game. As far as I can tell, you repair wheels with the vehicle repair kit. And what I think is there was at one point, or they plan to have, a tire popping mechanic where you can use a tire plug to fix a popped wheel. And that would make sense that you would need a separate kit. It wouldn't be the standard vehicle repair kit. But as of right now, I haven't had that happen even once. So, where do we go from here? A bunch of 18s and a 14. That's nice. Nice little replenishment right there. You know what? Max capacity, 15 hours. Oh, this has got nothing in it. Let's keep this battery charged. I like to have a charged battery on hand. A spare. There we go. Couple of spare wheels. It's a nice repair kit, really. And then we got all this water down here. Gotta love it. Okay, where to now? We hit the drop. I don't know what this is up here, D2 in the center. I'm gonna check the interactive map just to see if there's mechs, so I don't drive in recklessly and injure myself. No, that looks like it's just some kind of town, and I don't know if I've been to that one before. I don't think I have. Let's go check it out together, friends. Let's go check it out together. Alright, we are looking for... We'll just get on the road. We don't have to cross-country this. There's no big time crunch. Although I wonder how long that airdrop has before it explodes. Might not be too far away. Temporally speaking, right? Physically, I hope I am far away. Good night. Good night to you, sir. Wow, there's a lot of zombies here, isn't there? Pop them like balloons. That's what I always say. It's been a long time since I've seen one of those pods explode. I think the last time I saw it, I was a little too close. And I learned my lesson. But a part of me almost wants to just hang around and watch and listen for the explosion. Alright. Navigation. That wouldn't be a good stream. That's the sort of thing I would do if I were hanging out alone, watching a podcast. I might just sit there and wait, but it's not stream content, that's for sure. What's over here? Anything good? No vehicles, no dirt bikes? Okay. I don't know what I would do with a dirt bike all the way up here anyway. I don't have the stuff you need to repair one. I don't really feel like riding one all the way back to base from here. I think I would probably just burn it to open up the capacity. The vehicle capacity. What's wrong with me? Oh, I think we might hit 600 fame points on this stream. That would be excellent. Oh, guardrail. Oof. Glad I did repairs already. There's gonna be more of that coming up, I promise. This snow really is slippery in a pretty great way. And I'm still learning how to drive in it. So those little accidents are more regular than I would have wished for. Okay, frame rate's dropping a little bit here. This happens from time to time. I think it has to do with loading in the environment, maybe. It doesn't seem to correlate with any one area specifically. I don't know if it's purely a local phenomenon or if it has something to do with server or bandwidth, but it's picking back up again. I just like to be careful when that starts happening, because during lag spikes you can lose control for long periods of time if they get bad enough, and yeah, if we lost control right now, it could be very, very destructive. This truck is everything. This truck actually has a really cool story, too. When I first met up with Corpse and Pawn, they were very green to the game, like 20 hours each or something, and they had just started playing together. And I had, I don't know, 180 or something, right? I had some time, most of it on this server. I played a little bit back in the early alpha days, and then just got back to it recently. So I was showing them what I was doing to make money, because they were like, wow, dude, how do you have all this cash? And one thing I was doing before I had a car was running around looking for cars and then just looting them to death, right? I'd take the side panels off, take the doors off, all that kind of stuff, and then walk them back to the trader. As long as they were close enough to walk with, I would do it. You get a bunch of money all at once for that. So there was a truck up by the windmill in the Z areas that we had stripped down to a bare chassis, but it had an engine in it. No lock or nothing, but it had no wheels. I don't know if it had a battery or an alternator. It had no panels, no top, no sides, no doors, nothing. Everything had been sold off of this truck. And that was us. That was how we made our early money. Turned it into pistols and everything else. And then I bumped into Ghost and Thor and got chatting with them, and they hit me up and they said, hey man, we found a truck if you want it. We'll help you get it running. And they brought me over to the rail yard. So this truck became our first vehicle, and then we got a second one, and then we merged squads. And while we were building the new base as a big squad together, Pawn and I learned a very hard lesson. Doors damage trucks. They damage all vehicles. If you open a door into a vehicle, that thing goes like a pinball, bouncing around the inside of your base. And our truck was destroyed, just like that. But Pawn was thinking on his feet, and he said, hey man, let's strip this thing down, get every last body panel, all the wheels, let's get everything we can off of it, so that when we find another truck, we'll have all the bits and pieces. When I say this man is a genius, I really mean it. We stashed every last piece of this truck, and the next day, I remembered, I said, oh, there's a truck chassis with an engine that we stripped bare up by the windmill. I can go get that. And so I did. I used one of the community trucks. You know, it was Pawn's or no, it was I think it was Thor's or Ghost's truck. I can't remember whose. It might have even been a 2-door or 4-door. It doesn't matter. I used another vehicle. Is this the way? I'm getting lost now. And brought the 4 wheels and the driver's seat, and then drove that thing like a go-kart back to base. And so this truck is that truck. It's the chassis that we stripped bare at the windmill, and all the parts from the first truck that we had as a squad that Thor and Ghost gave us. And all that stuff is still here. The chassis that was Pawn and Corpse and I, and the parts that were Thor and Ghost, all of that is this truck. So it's a literal representation of the merging of our 2 squads together. Oh, how about this? I know where we are, huh? It's the logging camp. You can do an event up here. So yeah, this truck has some sentimental value, and as much as it would stink to lose all the stuff inside of it, the memories that would go would be even worse. We've done a lot of stuff driving this truck around. All right, we got a Volkswagen, no engine. You can tell because there's no fuel bar here, right? Most of the time we go and we pop the hood to look, but you really don't have to do that. That's just role playing. You can tell because there would be a fuel bar, and then if there's a battery bar, that means it also has a battery in it. So that's a quick little hack. Similar to the hack of when you're looking at a well, if it has water, it'll give you the option to drink. If it's empty, it gives you the option to check. So you don't have to actually press on the check button to find out that it's 0.0% full. If it wasn't empty, it if it had water in it, it would give you the option to drink. That's what I'm trying to say. And my brain just turns off once in a while, doesn't it? Does that happen to anybody else? Alright, let's burn this baby. She's got no engine. We got our value out of her. No reason to hold on to it. We could sell the wheel, but the wheels on these four doors are not highly valuable. So I don't think it's worth the effort. We'll just torch it and hope another one pops into existence after the server resets next. I'm not sure what my plan is right now, but I'm thinking I hit the coal mines, look for TNT, and then I might go all the way over to the big D4 city. Oh, did we already torch this thing? Oh, that went quick. I think we'll go all the way over to the D4 city and look through there, because I don't ever hang around in the city, and I bet there's probably 4 or 5 cars up there that could be looted and torched. As far as the loot around this area go, I don't really know. This is the logging camp, huh? I don't know if it's worth looking around here. Is there... I suppose... Oh yeah, there's a vehicle workshop right here. Okay. You know, one of the tough things about making friends in the server is I'm also creating competition for myself. Right? Every time I show somebody my common routes, or show them how I loot vehicles for headlights and taillights, that's just another person who's going to be on the server doing the same things that I do, making it harder for me to do those things. So I'll never stop because I like helping people, and I think it adds to the game. But it does occur to me that each instance of this is an instance where I'm going to get just a little bit less loot, because somebody's now doing the same things I do. Okay, we don't need that jerry can. We've got too many already, both in the truck and back at base. Let's see, where is the mine? Oh, I'm way past it now. It's in the middle of D1, so I think maybe we skip it this time. Let's keep exploring in D2. Gonna check the interactive map again. Yeah, the rest of this looks like no mechs, so that's good news. We're gonna go west until we can go north. How about that? Catch me outside. How about that? No other vehicles up here, right? I think I'm going to try retelling that story. I want to get better at storytelling, and the only way is to practice. So I'm going to tell the story about this truck another time. It doesn't look like anybody's watching at the moment anyway. If somebody is, and you don't need to hear it again, you just tell me to shut up and I will. But here's how it went. So the story of this truck is pretty interesting. When I first met up with Haunted Corpse, I was showing them how I made money, and we found a truck by a windmill and stripped the thing bare. We sold every last panel off of it, every door, the top of it, everything. Completely gone. The only thing left was the chassis with the engine just sitting there on the ground, no wheels. And then I met Ghost and Thor later, and they offered me a truck, a different truck, but a Rager, and they helped me get it running. It was our first vehicle as a squad. And because of that gift from Ghost and Thor, we all brought the squads together, and everybody started working together. But when we worked on our base as a group, Pawn and I learned a hard lesson one night. If you open a door into a vehicle, the vehicle goes bouncing around like a pinball, and it destroyed the truck that Thor and Ghost had gifted to us. Lucky thing Pawn was there. He said, let's strip the thing down. So we took every little panel off the truck and stored it into a box. And I remembered that there was that truck at the windmill. So we went back the next day. Actually, I went back as a solo because they were all working. And got that other truck at the windmill running. Brought some wheels, drove it like a go-kart back to base, and put all the panels from the first truck onto it. So this is the chassis of the truck that Pawn, Corpse, and I first bonded over. No engine. With all the body panels and wheels from the truck that Ghost and Thor gave us. And for that reason, it has some sentimental value. It's a pretty good truck, if you ask me. I've kept that all alive. I don't think I've lost anything except one wheel. That's all I've lost in the time I've been driving this truck. Oh, you know what? A couple more than that, because other people have driven the truck and other wheels have been lost. But maybe the bumper and the headlights. But the chassis, the side panels, the top, it's all still there. Alright, the seats, I don't think there's any point in me taking this seat, right? Unless if I found one. Alright, let's think about this for a second. We're definitely going to sell these lights and this drill. And we're definitely going to keep these vehicle repair kits. Without a doubt. We're definitely going to keep those. Aight. Now, I've got room in here at this moment, for a seat. I say let's bring the seat with us, just in case we come across one with an engine and we're maybe near a trader, right? So we'll put together a little on-the-fly vehicle repair kit here. Why is that box number 4? Is that right? 2, 1, 2, 3. Why would I do that? That doesn't make sense. We'll put this in box number 2. And I guess we'll start collecting 2-door wheels. So that'll be the goal. We'll put together a little on-the-fly 2-door repair kit. So the next 2-door I find, I'll take one of the wheels. So on and so forth. Worst case scenario, I can sell all this stuff later. Best case scenario, we find a car with an engine. You know? You know? Alright, so that's box number 2. Got room for the rest of the wheels, no doubt about it. End service, end service. Don't think this had any other... Oh, it does. It has another wheel. Let's go. Can I get this out of here? Maybe we find another screwdriver, huh? I think I probably have enough of those at this point. Another thing I have enough of right now is bolts, which you can't always say, but I think I'm going to stop collecting them for right now because it's starting to get really tedious. That said, when I'm not streaming, I probably will do it. I don't know. We'll see. I have trouble not collecting things. It's a bit of a problem. Oh. Oh, I forgot about this. Look at that. There's no locks on these boxes. Okay. I know how to fix that. I was wondering where those locks in my inventory came from. That's funny. This is because I was helping Echo yesterday, and I wanted him to be able to access the boxes that he was using. Perfect. So now we go 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's why I do them as numbers and not as words, because it's a lot easier to put the kit back together when it tells you what order it's meant to go in. Good night to you, sir. Good night. Good night, I say. Burn, baby, burn. Burn, baby, burn. Oh, these last 4 fame points are sure taking their time, aren't they? Come on, catch fire. You can do it, car. Oh, so close. What is it, 3%? 4? Yeah. And she's done. Right now. Yep. Yeah, I just fill up right off of the truck's tank. I don't know, I think the flamethrower uses like 2 units of gasoline or something tiny. So it's not a problem. Oh my goodness, I bumped into that pretty good, didn't I? Did I go past any other garages negligently? You know, here I am, I'm thinking about backup kits again. This could be a pretty cool town to put a box in. Somewhere in the woods. You know, the problem is, the more backup kits you have, the more obligations you have, because you can't just leave them forever. You have to go check on them periodically, interact with them to make sure that they don't despawn, because that's just how internet games work. Alright, we're gonna go north here, which for some reason is neither of these directions. Where am I? I'm gonna go left here. So yeah, if you want things to maintain their existence in a game like this, you have to go and interact with them periodically. Like I do with the stuff at the base, where I'll get in and out of everybody's truck, run them, keep the batteries charged, make sure that their fuel's topped off. I do all that stuff not just because I'm a nice guy. Well, yeah, I guess it is that, but because I don't want their stuff to disappear, I have to interact with it. Same thing with backup kits, right? If I just leave kits all over the map, I have to be prepared to go and interact with them periodically. And it would be a lot easier if I had my pilot on the server still, but he seems to be pretty deep in a different game, which I don't blame him for. Most people can't play the same game endlessly, so I'm not upset about that. But I could probably also call him in for a favor at some point. He might play if we did that. I was like, hey man, can I get a flight? Can I pay you for a flight? Either that or I could steal my own plane. See, the thing is, I don't want to ruin his. I'm really afraid to take his plane out, because if he comes back on the server, I know for a fact what he's going to want to do is fly his plane. And if I've managed to destroy it, and I don't have the skill set to replace it, I'm going to feel like a really, like a jackwad, you know? Taking his enjoyment away and gaining nothing for it. And nothing for him, right? Even if I gained something by taking his joy away, it wouldn't be worth it. Joy is not everything, but it does count for something. We've got a couple more garages here. It's an interesting little town at the end of the world, right? Yeah, I think one of these places would be a cool spot for some backup gear. And maybe even a buried chest. Alright, you could bury it somewhere easy to remember. I lied, I'm taking the bolts. I can't help it. Yeah, like, maybe you could bury a chest inside a garage like this. Could you do that? Because if you could do that, man, that would be a cool spot to keep some gear. Grindstone. Okay. Shoot, I'll use that right now. How about it? Alternator. Dub-dub alternator. Cool. Is that a dub-dub right there? Tell me this thing has an engine. No, no engine. Alright, well, we'll come up and torch it. Get the headlights and torch it. That would have been so cool if we just found an alternator and a car with an engine right there. Sometimes it works out like that. Most of the time it just can't. That's not how luck works. Screwdriver. Ooh, a battery. 70% battery too. Is it? It's got charge. That could come in handy. Pretty soon I'm going to have enough of these smartphone batteries that I'm going to have to start getting rid of some. Like, I'll be able to get rid of the lower quality ones and keep just the higher quality ones. Pretty excited for that. Smartphone batteries are, they're each like a snowflake. You know? You never know what to expect, and there's no way to repair them. And we've got some batteries that are like 30% capacity, and then some that are 70, and maybe one or two that are 100%. Yeah. We close you, and let's get some lights. Yeah, this has got nothing really useful on it either, right? If it had a seat, maybe we would take that. Yeah, that might be what I start doing now, because I go around the server just dealing with broken down cars. It might be wise to keep the good useful parts, and then if I find one that has an engine, I can assemble it and leave it locked and ready to go, and then if somebody breaks into it and steals it, good for them, or else I can come back with a friend at some point and sell it. So that's probably the way to go here. We'll drop the dub-dub alternator in here, even though this is lockup parts. That will confuse me at some point, I promise. Okay, and then we're going to grab our keep chest, which has some space in it. Boom, just like that. Can combine these bolts. And then screwdrivers go down here. That's not where I wanted it. I wanted it down here. Down here. And now that we've gotten everything valuable enough to bother with out of the car, we torch. You know, I've spent a lot of time driving on this server. We should look at my driving skill and see what that looks like. I'm curious what level it's at. There she goes. Top off the flamethrower here. And let's hop in so we can get out of the rain. Alright, metabolism. Metabolism. Drive. Oh, wow, we're very, very close to getting to expert level. I'm excited for that. That's cool. Spent a lot of time motorcycling early on. Don't do it so much now. It's fun, but it's not very beneficial. This stuff Yeah, it doesn't increase as quickly these days because I spend most of my time in the truck, let's be honest. Strength constantly goes up. You gotta love that. Wow. A ton of calories. I'm gonna gain some weight. And archery is another one. I'm really looking forward to getting that all the way up. Melee weapons, you know, I'm doing well enough with the sword. But I am curious to see what the next level looks like. This is going to be a very high level character soon. Okay. Should we off-road to what looks like... What is that? Yeah, that's definitely a bunker or something, right? Yeah, that's a bunker. No, we're not going to off-road there. We're going to take the roads back and go along. We're going to make our way towards the big city. I think that's a good move. So we want to head east. East is in this direction. Hopefully we find some fuel along the way. Yes, we're going to continue east. What am I seeing shine all over? Oh, that's the car that I burned. That makes sense. Oh, we're getting a lot of lag. Let's slow down. Don't want to lag into a fence, trust me. Been there, dealt with that. I actually almost lost this truck just a couple days ago. Hey Eric, yeah, I have not been on in a minute. Had some life stuff going on, I'm sure you know how that works, but I'm back now. I'm doing well, I hope you are. Okay, we're gonna hang a right, or bear right here. I have no idea where the gas stations are in this part of the map. You've been moving, where to? Oh, losing control. Ayo. If you go too fast in the rain, that can happen. Especially on a wet dirt road. Alright, that looks like a vehicle right there, doesn't it? Looks like a dub-dub. No engine. Oh, I'm glad we're going through these towns. There's cars abundantly up here. Cars abound. Definitely need to burn these guys because they are just hogging up capacity. There's no wheels, no seats. Oh, this doesn't even have lights, does it? I think somebody else stripped this because I didn't. And they always, in my experience, the cars always spawn in with lights. So if the lights are gone, somebody else did it. Let's burn this thing. It's just taking up capacity. That's probably why it doesn't have a driver's seat, too. I bet somebody took that. I don't know, we're getting into other people's stomping ground here, too, so... I don't know the habits on this side of the server as much. I know the east side. I spend all my time over there. The west side of the server is a bit of a mystery to me. The one thing I can tell you from burning a bunch of cars over time, these four doors, the dub-dubs, they have the weakest health. The Lakas, the trucks, they usually take more than a tank of flamethrower fuel to destroy completely. The dub-dubs, gone in an instant. Not even a problem. Let's see, what are we gonna find here? Anything good? We could probably find some good crafting materials and stuff, but I'm not really looking for that. I don't see any garages. We're just gonna keep moving. Oh, don't run into the rock. Oh my goodness, there's a river there too. I'm not ready for any of this, but I am ready for this doggone gas station. Ooh, if I ever needed anything, it was fuel. And another car, let's go, with more wheels. We gotta listen for beepers. If you hear any giggling, shout it out. Let's see. This guy's full. I think my backup fuel is all good, right? Yep. Okay. Do you have an engine? Because I could get you running right now. No, no engine. We'll just confirm that visually. Hey. Alright. Wheel. Do-do-do-do. We're gonna have a little look around this place. Since we're gonna take the time to strip this car anyway, we might as well see what other kind of loot is here. Bottom box has the car jack in it. And then the number 2 box is where we're keeping the car parts. Yeah, this is all we need. We need an alternator now. I already have a spare battery. All we need is an alternator, and we'll have everything we need. Oh yeah, I guess I should probably jack this side up now, huh? That's 4 wheels. Remove that back right. And we might as well take the lights off while it's on the car jack. Makes it a little bit easier. Just a little bit. Okay, a lot of it, because the jack immobilizes it. I should probably just start doing this in general when I'm going to take lights off. Go ahead and grab the jack first. It makes it so much easier. Okay, let's double check. We have a seat and 4 wheels. We need an alternator. I keep the battery in this box. That's fine for now. Boom, and then I want my number 1 box here. We'll put the lights in it for selling. Yeah, we got some cash sitting in this box, that's for sure. And room for more still. Make sure I got all the boxes in the truck. So the last thing you want is to put a box in a car and then burn a car. I think you'd still be able to get it out, to be honest, but I wouldn't want it to happen anyway. That might be damaging the truck a little bit. I don't know. We're gonna put this poor little car out of its misery. Sitting up here all alone, nobody to love it, no engine for it to be driven. It's nothing more than a heap of metal. A low value heap of metal. Now let's see what happens. Is this going to catch fire before I run out of fuel? I think I'm going to run out. There we go. Yep, I maintain the Volkswagens, the 4-door cars, are the weakest. They have the least amount of health of the 3 options. There we go. I haven't tried burning one that was fully armored. And I don't think I would, because that's obviously... Unless it was somebody who was really aggressive, and I was just trying to stop them from being aggressive. You bought a bigger house, and all your PC stuff is not set up, so you've not been able to watch except at work. Ah, well, I'm glad that you can at least watch at work. That's, must be a good job. That's cool, though, moving up in the world, huh? Glad to hear it. That's always a good thing. Slide in here. I'm not even taking those green shells, no thanks. Take the 45 ammo. Cash and a flare. Keep the cash in my shorts with my card here. Yeah, so far things are going well. Thank you. It's been a good time. We got a new puppy in the house, and I'm home all day, so it kind of fell on me to take care of it. And the puppy is a challenge. I've had easier puppies to deal with, we'll put it that way. So he was requiring a ton of attention, and then there was some other family stuff happening outside of that, and I wasn't able to stream between that and a bigger situation surrounding it. He's a Bichon Poodle mix. He weighed 2 pounds when we got him. He weighs 3 now. His brother, his older brother, we already have, and he's fully grown at 6 pounds. So they're tiny little pocket dogs. He's literally a pocket dog. The first couple weeks we had him, I was putting him in my hoodie pocket and doing chores with him just, in the pocket of the hoodie. Cool dog, yeah. He's a lover too, man. He's so chill. Flip him upside down in my arms, and he'll let me pet his belly while he's in my arms. It's pretty cool. What do we have here? Neil Niata Neothan. That's a bunker up there on the right. I think it's just a regular bunker. I don't really care to go in right now. You have 2 mini Maltese, so you understand pocket dogs. Yeah, I like big dogs too. Just different strokes for different folks. My brother's got a 60-pound pit bull mastiff mix, who I get along with famously. Actually, I also pick her up upside down in my arms, and she lets me do that. She's a really cool dog too. I love them all, man. The neighbors have some hounds that they kind of let roam around, and my mother gets nervous. She's like, "Can you come help with the dogs?" Because they'll like trap her in her car, and they don't know they're doing it. They're wagging their tails, looking for love, friendliest things you could ever imagine. And yeah, she's had some bad experiences with dogs, and understandably is pretty nervous around them. But yeah, that's cool. I think 2 mini dogs is a good number, right? They can kind of entertain each other, and because they're small, they don't really bother much. You're trying to get a German short-haired pointer? Yeah, I had a friend back home up north. He had a German short-haired pointer. He named him. I named him after a gun. Why can't I remember now? It wasn't Winchester, but I want to say Winchester, and that's just wrong. But it doesn't really matter. He was a cool dog too. Very fun. Very smart dogs. And he was bought to be a hunting dog, and you could tell he was a. They call them pointers for a reason. They'll point. They see a squirrel running through the yard, they point. Remington. Yeah, that's it. You're right. You are actually right. Do I know you? Oh my goodness, that's his name. That's so funny. You're going hunting with him. That's cool. What's my energy levels looking like here? I'm not even tired at the moment. Isn't that amazing? That's so funny. He's like, no, I don't know you, Mayhem. Come on. Don't accuse me of that. I don't want to be associated. Come on, catch fire. Don't prove me wrong now. There it goes. Let's see, how much fuel do we have left? I'm gonna say 10% is what's left in here. Oh yeah, I'm just busting on you, Eric. 23%. Those red cars, man, I would avoid them in general. Well, like you said, it's a popular name, and it goes pretty good in a shorthand, right? Because you would call him Remy, and it's easy to say, easy to remember unless you're me. Let's drink this coffee. Keep cruising. We're almost into the big town now. The big city. A little drone following me, huh? Alternators are really quite rare. The only time Occasionally I find them in a garage, like super, super rare. Let's see, where else? Sometimes in the vehicle workshops, which would be the same places where you go to get vehicle repair kits in the environment. But mostly, if you're going to find one, it's going to be from a car that already has an engine. I want to get into this garage up here. Oh, good. We got a horde coming. What do we think? 2 zombies? What's a horde look like up here? Oh, let's do some repairs. That didn't go well for me. Is there somebody else here? Where are all these zombies coming from? Okay. There's another one. Already damaged my stuff. Come on. I'm in the middle of repairs. Why do you have to be like that? Yeah, the thing to do with alternators is if you have the fame points, just buy them when you need them, and then hold on to them. But of course, if you're trying to put your first car together, you probably don't have the fame points. So that makes it a little bit challenging. And when you're on foot, it takes a lot longer to get anything done. How are we doing? All C1s. So yeah, check garages, vehicle workshops. Very rarely I'll find an alternator in a drop pod, cargo drop. Probably not worth holding your breath for, but if you're hitting them anyway, you could find one there. Best thing that can happen is you get lucky and the vehicle spawns in with one. Now that said, you can run a car with just a battery, of course, and if you've got a charger at your base, you can charge a battery, and then you could use the car to look around the closest towns for alternators. So there's some strats there. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh my goodness. There's a full 10 stack. That's nice. Why are there so many zombies here? Seriously. And there's a generator out in the road? Did I end up in a place where there's somebody around? Like, what are the odds? They have to be low. There's only 2 people on the server right now. And this is a way north town. I don't know, I'd find it hard to believe. There's a police station up there, so I guess there would be more zombies in this spot. Still, something just feels a little off at the moment. I'm gonna keep my ears open, listen for human footsteps. Right now, I think I've got around 700 or 800 hours in the game. Let me check real quick. 735. So not quite an expert, but I'm starting to get the hang of it. Yeah, there's another garage. Yeah, well, it's a fun game, man. And I'll tell you, I think before I got on this server, I had, let's say, less than 50 hours. So all of that game time is on this server. which I think is the move. If you're going to play, you should pick a server and really dig in. Because a lot of people go server hopping. Oh, this one's too aggressive. Oh, this one's too boring. I don't know. If you've got a couple thousand hours, like you're a full-on expert, I can understand hopping around looking for something more specific, but as a newbie, just find a server, dig in, do all the things, learn the ropes, and then you can get picky after that. That's kind of my philosophy. Oh, there's more garages up here. I didn't even see them before. I guess I wasn't looking. Kitchen knife. Yeah, you know what? We'll grab it. Get 18 bucks for it or something like that. Bring a bag full of those. Make a couple $1,000s. I think probably I find an alternator 1 in every 200 garages. Something like that. It's very, very rare in garages. And then maybe 1 in every 4 or 5 cars that spawns with an engine has an alternator in it. And it's probably 1 in 20 cars that has an engine. So it's, yeah, really quite rare. This one's got an engine. And a driver's seat. And no lock. I don't ever remember where the alternator goes on this. Oh, it's got an alternator, right? I see a belt there. Am I mistaken? Oh, I think that's where it goes, and it doesn't have an alternator. Okay. No problem. I am prepared for this. Well, kind of a problem, because I still don't have the alternator. But, you know, it's the right kind of problem to have, we'll put it that way. How far am I from a trader? Closest trader is going to be C2. That could be quite a trip. I need to make a plan here. I think what I might do is stash my truck in the woods, drive this car with all the mechanic stuff, all the stuff that sells at the mechanic, to the trader. I should get like probably $30,000, I would think, all at once. And then I'll have to run back on foot. But I won't really mind that because I've been meaning to level up those running skills anyway. One more forward nudge here. Okay, what do we need? We need a jack. And let's dump some stuff in the cell box. I don't need these or the flare. I've got plenty of those. We're going to clean ourselves up here, because if I'm going to run all the way back on foot, I'm going to want to be as light as possible. Bobby pins can go there. Needles we take back to base for crafting with. Okay. And then it was box number 2 that had the wheels and such. So the thing I have to hope now is that this car will make it all the way on just a battery, no alternator. We're going to find out. And of course, if I sell it, I don't get those wheels back. That's okay. I don't need them. We'll be alright without them. Alright. What kind of condition is it in? 100%. I don't know if I should fix it up or not. I probably should, but I'm not going to. How about that? Battery goes over here. I know, I wish you could tow. I wish you could have a trailer. I think that's what this game needs. 'Cause it's got boats, or at least a boat right now. There we go. So if you could put a trailer, pull a trailer, put the boat on it, that would be really cool. Very cool. Let's do that right there. I'm not getting this battery back, am I? Fuel. Okay. And now, we're going to take all the stuff that we sell to the mechanic and put it in this car. And then we'll just sell the whole car all at once. Make a bunch of money. I think I'm going to hold on to the Rager alternator. I was going to sell it, but I kind of like having a throwaway kit that I can use to just get a vehicle running like I'm doing right now. And make it easier in the future. So that'll stay. Is there anything in you? Yeah. I don't know. That probably shouldn't even be in the cell box. Let's be honest. Oh yeah, look at all this stuff. Oh my goodness. This is going to be probably more than $30,000. This could be close to 50. Which I think is worth running for. Okay, there you go. Alright, and nothing else for the mechanic. I'm going to put a lock on this car, because now it's probably the most valuable car on the server. Look at all that. Okay, now you go in here, and I'm going to deposit all of my heavy stuff. So we're going to keep these magazines. But we're going to deposit the rifle and the armor. So the whole armor can go there. I'm going to bring the backpack, but deposit that. What else don't I need? I don't need the knife right now. We'll put that in there. And what am I... 22 kilograms, that's pretty light. I think it's light enough and I'm comfortable with it. So this can go in the truck, and then we're going to grab a couple of MREs. So we will definitely burn through a bunch of energy on this trip. Now I got to find a spot in the woods. Alright, we're going to go north. Let's go a little northwest, I think. Kind of excited. I've never tried this before. This should be an interesting way to make money. Okay, truck here. I don't think it's likely that anybody goes by this location. Let's put a marker down here. Hopefully I can see that pretty easy. We'll put another one up here. Nice high ground, so again, hopefully it'll be easy to spot. And let's just go for it. You know what? This jacket weighs a whole kilogram. I think I can live without it. Grams are ounces and ounces are pounds. Every little bit of weight you can lose on a journey like this, you should. I could obviously min-max a little harder. I could leave the pistol behind and all the ammo for it. That weighs up to probably 3 or 4 kilograms, but when it comes to dealing with hordes, there's nothing better than having a handgun. Well, maybe a rifle, but that's even heavier. So the pistol is the compromise in and of itself. Okay, we're not going to do any heavy looting. If we find more mechanic stuff to sell, we'll grab that. But otherwise, we just roll at this point. We just roll. Okay, what's our route out of here? We want to get back to the C2 Trader. I'm going to go west and then hang a left onto the southbound road. Okay, there is no alternator in this car, so this is definitely risky. Yeah, that battery is not recharging. But I think we'll make it to the trader. I think we'll be okay. Alright, I'm going to take my next left onto a white road. We're not going to go all the way into town here. There's a slightly faster route, but I don't feel like dealing with the town because I don't know it at all. I don't know what kind of obstacles are there. I think I've only been there twice. We want to be going east. And we are. Looks like the battery doesn't die too quickly, which is nice. I would have thought it would kind of get chewed up faster, but the fact that we aren't using the headlights probably helps a lot. As long as I don't have to stop and start this thing repeatedly, I think we'll be alright getting where we're going. Okay, we're going to take the next right. There's a propane tank in the middle of this town. Somebody's definitely moving things around in this area. So those propane tanks don't hang out in the middle of the street like that, nor do generators. So there is somebody running around on foot, dropping things and leaving them. And I don't know if they're using them as a system to mark something or what. Or if it's just randomness. It might just be pure randomness. Okay, we're going to follow this to the next white road, and then we're going to hang a right onto that. Oh, no, 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 no. That ain't going to work. That's the whole... That's the dam. That's the lower part of the dam. Ooh, this just got a little bit tougher. Alright, we gotta follow this and see if we can go up the mountain. We're gonna basically just stay going east. I don't know if this car has the strength to do this, but we're gonna find out, aren't we? We most certainly are. Yep. Okay, the battery might not be dying at all right now, which is kind of crazy. Oh yeah, I can't use the headlights though, that will kill it. Hey, we're doing alright getting up the mountain. As long as we can maintain momentum, I think we'll be okay. How are we doing? We need to go more east and south, so this direction. Yeah, this is gonna work out. I think I can see the dam there, as a matter of fact. It does appear that the battery is slowly losing charge, but very, very slowly. So we're doing fine. Okay, we gotta be careful here. I don't want to get hung up on a rock, which is easy enough in this spot. Oh my goodness. There we go, and we found the dam. That's good, this worked out. I think there's mechs at the bottom of the dam. Even if there aren't, there's no way up from down there. Okay, we go right. And then we take this, and we just stay left. At this point, we're just going around the lake, the reservoir. Whatever this thing is that's dammed up right here. We're going around it to the trader. And then we're going to see what kind of cash we can make. I think this is going to be a big, big sell. Staying left. And then staying left again. Oh yeah, we're getting close now. We're gonna turn the lights on. Since I'm close enough, I kind of want to see how quickly the lights drain the battery compared with the ignition system. Yeah, it's quite a bit faster. You could get away with it for a while, right? But it is definitely drawing the battery down quicker. Alright, let's slow down a little bit. We don't need to come in hot here. And we're here. That worked out really well. You can only park vehicles for 2 hours here. If they're here longer than 2 hours, they get destroyed. It says that somewhere. It says that everywhere, but not right here. Okay. Why did I turn that on? Let's see. All this stuff. Bada bing, bada boom, right?
Prices are not negotiable.
Can I have that lock, please? Thank you. 28. Okay, so $30,000 for the car and its
If
contents.
you want me to buy that, you better give me good price.
Now, just out of curiosity, let's say we take a couple of the big ticket items out. What happens?
Prices are not negotiable. If you want me to buy that, you better give me good
Yeah, okay.
price.
It's going down. I think about the same? Yeah, it's the same. All right, we sell. Uh-oh. Oh gosh. Echo. Oh no. Buddy. That'll happen. It has happened to me. Doors destroy cars. We will replace. No worries. Well, that sucks, because I found that out just as I sold this car, so I could have given him this one. We'll find another one, though. That's alright. I mean, it's not, because it really sucks, but it will be okay. Alright, where's the armory? I get lost here. I don't come here very often at all. That was big. $30,000. We're at $254,000 here. We're doing really
Guns
well.
come unloaded.
Oh, yeah, what
For
happened? So,
reasons.
a friend of
Obviously.
mine, Echo, who I just met on the server recently, I helped him get a car going over the last few days. And he started building his base and then opened the door and it destroyed the car because that'll happen. I told a story earlier on stream about the same thing happening to one of our trucks and what we had to do to replace it. So that sucks. Truck is better, faster, and more storage. He's gonna have to make it bigger now. Yep. Let's see. What am I gonna say to him? Did you get all the stuff out of the inventory? Okay. Get 30-06 here. So that's what he wanted, which is this 30-06 for the Carbon Hunter. Hold on, we'll do this first. 30-06, and he wanted a P223. 5400, okay. Yeah, and then we'll get him a couple of magazines too. Poor guy. Okay, I think I'm going to call the stream here because from this point forward, all I'm going to do is run around this lake. Actually, I might be able to swim through it, huh? Although I don't have a jacket, so that's pretty dangerous. But what do I weigh? 24 kilograms. I don't think I can swim right now. So I'm just going to run around this lake and back to the truck. And that's going to be it. But I'm going to try and get back on my old stream schedule, which means I should be back up and streaming around 4 or 5. So another 3 or 4 hours, I should get another stream going. And that's pretty much it. All I'm doing from this point forward is running. And then, I don't know, I might do some base building while I'm off stream, or I'm not sure. Definitely need a drink. Anyway, until then, I want to thank you for watching. I am Musical Mayhem, this is Scum, and I'll see you in the next stream. Thanks, Eric. We'll talk soon. I hope you get your computer running.